여러분, 우리 주변에 아직도 밥 한 끼를 제대로 챙기기 어려운 결식우려 아동들이 있다는 걸 알고 계신가요? 영상을 보신 후 댓글을 남겨주시면 결식우려 아동들에게 꼭 필요한 생필품이 담긴 선물 상자가 전달됩니다. 댓글 하나에 선물 상자 하나. 여러분들의 따뜻한 관심과 참여 부탁드립니다.
Hey. Wow, what a year it's been. And in the world of technology, this role of computing is getting more and more present. It's imbuing autonomy and agency into everything that we do. And it's becoming part of the ambient environment in which we live. And every piece of AI built on silicon. So welcome to the Siliconomy. This idea that every piece of the economy of our lives is becoming more dependent on digital. Everything digital runs on semiconductors. And this idea of the Siliconomy, how essential it's become, God's gift of this magic little crystalline, the most populous piece of element on Earth, fueling every aspect of our environment. Today, about 25% of our economy is built on silicon by the end of the decade. Extraordinary. And I think that understates the role that AI is going to have, and maybe a full third of the entire GDP based on silicon. And here we are, and we see this driving force of silicon for $1 trillion semiconductor market by the end of the decade. And the role of AI, just making it go faster into the future. And in a baseball analogy, we're in the early innings. Well, no, maybe we're still in warm-up. No, maybe we're still in the preseason of the impact that it's going to have. But when we think about artificial intelligence, something over there, right? And something we may not understand or may not control. And, we think it's a disservice to think about it that way. Instead, maybe augmented intelligence, how we integrate it into our human lives, into human intelligence, how we make it part of, with us in everything that we do. And we think bringing this value into the human experience is the opportunity for AI, augmented intelligence. My family, we have a disorder. We lose our hearing at an early age. My father was almost deaf when he passed away. And my AI-enhanced Starkey hearing aids are making me better. It's not something over there. It's right here, augmenting my human experience. And we think this paradigm shift, how humans and technology come together, are going to be powerfully enabled by AI. And that harkens us back to the Intel vision that we're going to work on technology that improves the lives of every human on Earth. And when we think about technology, is it good or bad? It's mostly neutral. And it's our job to shape it as a force for good, making it everywhere, making it responsible, making it safe, secure, trusted, well-engineered, regulated appropriately. And that's what we're about as a company, enabling that experience for AI everywhere. And effectively, that's why we're here today, the AI Everywhere event, and how we're driving it into every aspect of the applications, but also every device in the data center, the cloud, the edge, the PC as well. And as we think about that, we've seen high-performance computing, this, solving these hard problems. And now AI and high-performance computing are coming together in a powerful way to enable this next generation of computing. Faster memory, faster networking, larger memory capabilities, computing capabilities. And when we think about this, we also have to do it in a sustainable way. Are we going to dedicate a third, a half of all of the Earth's energy to these computing technologies? No, they must be sustainable as well. Compute efficiency, power performance capable. And with that, we're working together with research on how this machine learning and these new platforms truly solve global issues at scale. And that's what we think about with the AI continuum, bringing AI into every platform and every experience. When you think about why is Intel going to be the company to do that? We're scale. We build world-leading technology in volume. That's what we do. But we also do it with open ecosystems, software that makes it accessible to everybody, and we're end-to-end. We're uniquely positioned to be this AI everywhere, seamlessly integrating AI into every platform that we do. We're doing that with Xeon, with Gen 5 today, right? We're saying, no, you don't have to build new data centers. You don't have to stand up new networks, new management, new security. No, we're going to infuse it into every data center that's built on Xeon. And that's what we're announcing today with Gen 5. Same applications. You don't need to forklift those applications. No, we're just going to build it in and enhance what you already do with new AI capabilities. But we're also seeing that the world is moving from high-end training to saying, how do we inference everywhere? A few people create weather models. Lots of people use them. The same is going to happen with AI. A few people train. Lots of people inference. And they're going to do that in their data centers, in their enterprise applications, and at the client and edge. And that's what we think about with these three laws. Why is it going to happen at the edge? First is the laws of economics. My device versus a rented cloud service I pay for. Economics. Second is physics. Round trip to the cloud or do it right here immediately. And finally, the laws of the land. My data. All the geographies that we operate in, we're going to operate locally on models on the edge and on the device. And as this becomes increasingly important to the future, AI will dominate the edge workload. And that's what we think about with the AI PC. And we've been seeing this excitement of generative AI, the star of the show for 2023. But we think 24 marks the AI PC. And that will be the star of the show in this coming year. Unleashing this power for every person, every use case, every location in the future. And we're going to take these large language models and follow those three laws and put them into every device, every PC for the future. And with that, it's going to drive a revolution in the applications. Hundreds of new applications, new communications, new form factors. And I liken this, and I like to say it's like a Centrino moment. Now, for those of you who don't remember Centrino, hey, I helped to create Wi-Fi. And what happened when we created Wi-Fi? Pretty much nothing for 3 years. And then Centrino, a platform that drove in volume into the industry. And all of a sudden, every coffee shop, every hotel room, every business needed to become connectivity, internet-enabled. New form factors started to emerge as a result. And we think of the AI PC as that kind of moment, driving this next generation of the platform experience. Andy Grove called the PC the ultimate Darwinian device. The next major evolutionary step of that device is underway today. It's called the AI PC. And as we think about this exciting year of innovation, and Intel is going through our transformation journey. And we laid out this tremendously audacious goal as we began this journey as well. 5 nodes in 4 years. We're going to do a decade of semiconductor work in just 4 years. What do you think? That's pretty crazy. On track, baby. And over here we have Intel 7, now over 100 million devices shipping, right? Intel 4 with today's Core Ultra launch in volume, millions units this year. Intel 3 going into production next year with our server launches. Intel 20A, and as I said on our earnings call, the next generation transistor, power delivery, and the finish of this, 18A, bringing this all together and finishing our journey, being production ready at the end of next year. First products going into fab at the start of the year. Now, hey, at the holidays, what do? You all gather around the tree and you take a family photo. So kids, Papa's here. That's a family photo to be very proud of.
And today, I'm excited to announce the launch of the Intel Core Ultra. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's the fastest processor for ultra-thin notebooks. And I'm so excited because we are smashing it out of the park on conventional application performance. An example, in Adobe Premiere Pro, for example, you want to look at our competitors, we're 40% better than our competitors with Intel Adobe Pro. We've radically changed our energy efficiency. Compared to previous generations, it uses 40% less power in day-to-day activity. This is Intel's most sustainable CPU. And as Pat said, that's good for the planet. On top of that, it has a world-class GPU too. So imagine a laptop under 3 pounds that you can play games on, and it pulls double duty as its own powerful AI GPU processor. And finally, it delivers its first on-chip AI accelerator, the Neural Processing Unit, also called the NPU. It's fantastic for offloading those long-running AI tasks that really allow us to improve battery life. The energy efficiency of the NPU is 2.5 times better at executing the same code from our previous generation of products. 2.5 times better generation to generation. Intel Core is our most advanced integrated platform to date. We will deliver the best AI PC experience. We promised you a leadership product as part of our annual cadence of roadmaps, and this new processor family delivers on all of it. As you can imagine, putting all of these new technologies into one processor was absolutely a heavy lift. But Intel Core represents our largest shift in architecture in more than 40 years. It was a radical change in how we manufacture and assemble our microchips, but it was absolutely worth it. Amazing technologies like Intel 4, 3D performance hybrid packaging, and new microarchitectures, Intel Core Ultra beats competing processors by double digits. Delivering great performance for Intel, that's pretty straightforward. But we've heard from a lot of you, getting great power efficiency is a lot harder, but very important. So the same architecture and technologies that allowed us to drive this amazing leadership performance also allowed us to take us to new heights on energy efficiency. And why does that matter? Versus our prior generation, we're up to 30% lower on processor power in things like web browsing, watching movies, video conferencing, things that we're doing all day long. And we even reduced Netflix by 25% so you can browse and binge all your favorite shows from anywhere in the world. Yeah, there you go. And that was Intel generation on generation. Now let's compare to the competition. So when compared to the competition, we deliver up to 79% lower power in key metrics. It does not get better than Intel Core Ultra for an ultra-thin PC. It's the most efficient x86 product in this segment. And because we took the time and invested in this incredible efficiency, we were able to expand the size of the GPU for built-in performance to deliver the next level of graphics performance. Intel Arc Graphics brings all the modern technologies and experience from our discrete graphics into the latest processor, not just gaming, media, everything. So with the Intel Arc GPU, we're seeing gaming and graphics performance that's up to 2x our previous generation. And more importantly, it's the hardware and the software innovation combined that enables us to deliver this built-in GPU with world-class performance in this space. But don't just take my word for it. I know you guys love to see things live. So let's welcome Jim Johnson to the stage. Welcome, Jim.
Appreciate it.
Show them what you got.
Let's show off a few of the capabilities you just mentioned. We chose a gaming workload because it puts the highest demand on the CPU complex, the integrated GPU, and the memory subsystem. A company out of Poland, One More Level, just released a title, Ghost Runner 2, getting rave reviews. On the left, you see it running on our prior generation product, and on the right, you see it running on Core Ultra. Just by moving to Core Ultra, you speed up the performance 2x, and by using the XeSS AI upscaling feature, you increase 3x. This processor runs at the same power envelope as prior generation and delivers on the promise of power efficiency. It's one of 80 titles using this capability and this architecture, and you can play it right next door in our demo showcase. Back to you, Michelle.
Awesome, thanks, Jim. And just to recap that, we tripled our energy efficiency. And that's absolutely incredible and something that we've been hearing from all of our customers that they absolutely want. Now you're here to hear about the hero of the hour, AI. With Core Ultra, we're introducing the all-new NPU to enable low-power AI across the client. But I think it's important that in addition to the NPU, we architected our CPU and our GPU cores to deliver the most AI-capable and power-efficient client processor in Intel's history. Every engine on our chip can handle AI workloads. So whether you're using AI to edit your videos or create music, you're building images from scratch, all of these are going to be easier and much less time intensive. So for example, if you're a video editor, you're in Adobe Premiere, we've cut the time for you to edit a video by more than 56% versus previous generations. We know how many creators are out there. This is an absolute game changer for them. And with Core Ultra, you can do generative AI locally. So you can use something like Stable Diffusion and create a picture or a graphic that you want in half the time it used to take you. And we're very excited and look forward to Intel Core Ultra AI PCs running the exciting Microsoft experiences like Copilot and Windows Studio effects coming to the market very soon. But it's not enough to have AI hardware. The real difference maker is going to be the partnership and the way that you bring software to your hardware platform. And we tested nearly 20 local AI models and workloads before launching this processor. The workloads spanned from video to image editing, Stable Diffusion, machine vision, teleconferencing, and so much more. All the things that you would expect. The Intel Core Ultra is the only processor that successfully ran every single one of these AI workloads. For users, that means compatibility that translates into frictionless and easy experiences with AI software on the PC. I've talked to many of you, and you all say, what is the experience in the software that's going to come? And we can show you right here, it already runs on Intel Core Ultra. And it's all because of this massive industry investment that we're making in the AI ecosystem. We recently launched the AI PC Acceleration Program. This is a first of its kind global initiative really designed to increase and enable AI software development within the PC ecosystem, bringing those developers back to the heart of the PC. And this is a multi-generation program where we're providing hardware and software engineering to really create and dream that next great AI-powered application. We don't know what that is, but I guarantee you developers will absolutely figure it out. And the momentum to date has absolutely been incredible. As I mentioned, we're committed to delivering over 100 million PCs. That's the scale that Pat talked about. That's the scale that gets developers to come to your platform. And we expect to have 300 AI-accelerated features enabled on the PC. And we've already started doing that work. We're going to have 100 software partners, partners like Adobe, Dolby, and Zoom on our platform. And we're on track to hit this milestone in less than a year. And many of them are available today. And if you go to the showcase, you'll see just a few of them. That's why developers are coming to Intel. We're frictionless. We support more models and more frameworks, giving developers a wealth of choice and a variety of tools and AI models that they can choose from. We don't tell them how to do it. We offer them the tools and they can choose. And why would customers pick an Intel AI-powered PC? Because no one else in the industry has worked with more partners to bring features and experience to end customers. An AI PC, it translates to experiences. And those experiences are customized and specialized for each person. And I believe that AI will scale the fastest because we bring it to the PC. We bring it to hundreds of millions. And while others love to talk about what's to come, we're delivering this impact starting today.
So moving from all the exciting news around the AI PC, I'm going to talk about everything we've been doing in the data center and server business. So at Intel, we've been on a journey to evolve our data center platforms to align with customers' needs today so they can plan for the future. Over multiple generations, our investments have focused on delivering hardware and software innovations tailored to provide leadership in the workloads that our customers care most about. And today, that workload is AI. Intel started building AI acceleration into our Xeon processors more than a decade ago. Today, Xeon has established itself as the industry standard for powering the AI workflow. In 4th Gen Xeon, we integrated a revolutionary technology called advanced matrix extensions, which boosts AI performance by up to 10 times. most of the world's leading companies have adopted 4th Gen Xeon to accelerate their AI, including all of the top 10 hyperscalers. Of course, we're seeing adoption beyond CSPs as well. The South Korean search company Naver, for example, adopted Xeon as a cost-effective alternative to GPUs. And the demand for AI solutions has never been greater. And Intel remains firmly committed to bringing AI everywhere by delivering the hardware and software that makes it easier to deploy. Today, I'm pleased to launch our next generation 5th Gen Xeon processors. This is the most power efficient, highest performant, and security-enabled Xeon we've ever delivered, offering a 21% average performance gain over the previous generation. Privacy and control over data is paramount, and 5th Gen Xeon offers increased confidentiality and security with trust domain extensions, which will be generally available to all OEM and CSP solution providers. AI offered all within the same power envelope as the previous generation. 5th Gen Xeon is the best data center CPU for AI, period. We have built AI accelerators into every one of the processor's 64 cores, giving users up to 42% higher inference performance versus the prior gen. This means enterprises can easily and cost-effectively use the CPU to run the latest generative AI models like GPT-J, DALL-E, and Llama 2. 5th Gen Xeon can fine-tune large language models like the 1.5 billion parameter BioGPT model in just minutes, while meeting critical SLAs for the 70 billion parameter model, Llama 2, when scaling out to multiple nodes. And 5th Gen Xeon is deployed on the same platform as the previous generation and purpose-built to scale and bring AI everywhere. In the cloud, AI-powered natural language processing applications will operate up to 23% faster. In the network, 5G user plane functions will flow an average of 50% faster. And at the edge, objects can be classified up to 24% faster. These savings enable businesses to operate smarter and at lower costs. For years, we've worked closely with the ecosystem to accelerate the adoption of AI in the enterprise. Our collaboration with IBM is a great example of this work. With over a decade of experience from its Watson solutions, IBM has evolved its AI to deliver its Watson X platform. Watson X enables businesses to customize and scale AI based on their unique data. The features we've built into 5th Gen Xeon enable customers to lower operating costs and advance their sustainability goals. Customers upgrading legacy Xeon servers will experience up to a 77% TCO improvement with AI workloads. And we work closely with our OEM partners to put these innovations into customers' hands. Servers based on 5th Gen Xeon will be broadly available starting in Q1 of 2024 from leading providers including Cisco, Dell, HPE, IEIT Systems, Lenovo, and Supermicro. And as more enterprises move to cloud-based environments, our collaboration with the world's hyperscalers is a strategic advantage for many businesses who want to access Xeon's unique features in the cloud. For over a decade, we've worked with Google Cloud to ensure our mutual customers have early access to the latest services offered by our data center solutions. Well, we know that when it comes to AI, there is no one-size-fits-all. AI is a complex workload and requires heterogeneous platforms to meet customer requirements. Today, Xeon is the industry standard CPU for powering AI across the entire workflow. But for training and deploying large-scale generative AI models, we have our Gaudi 2 accelerator. We've demonstrated Gaudi 2 delivers leadership price performance compared to the most popular GPUs. Based on the most recent MLPerf training benchmarks and estimated range of server pricing, Gaudi 2 delivers between 40 to 50% better price performance than Nvidia's H100 for training the 175 billion parameter GPT-3 model. That's pretty good. For decades, Intel has been on the forefront of extreme scale and performance, and we're bringing that experience to AI. Using Gaudi 2 and Xeon, we're building one of the world's highest performing AI supercomputers. This system will leverage many of the same design and system principles behind the Aurora supercomputer, one of the world's most powerful AI and HPC systems in the world. And the key to scaling AI and bringing the technology everywhere requires a platform approach built around a common software stack and foundational silicon and a pervasive network based on open standards. This allows for greater programmability, model portability, and ecosystem adoption. We've optimized our AI platform at every level, from silicon systems through all layers of the software stack, all the way up to the application layer. Our approach allows developers to use the tools and language they're already familiar with and are using. PyTorch, TensorFlow, DeepSpeed, Hugging Face, and many other industry standard frameworks and libraries have Intel optimizations included as default. And as the lines between cloud and edge blur, we see the increased deployment of smaller, more nimble AI models that span cloud, edge, and client environments, as you heard from Michelle. Hybrid AI is rapidly becoming the most effective approach to deploying AI everywhere. Hybrid AI lets users deploy AI models wherever it makes the most sense, based on latency, cost, or regulatory considerations. With Intel's software tools and foundational hardware, developers can build unified code that targets CPUs, GPUs, and AI accelerators. And they can scale their AI models from the cloud to the network to the intelligent edge. We also work closely with leading software providers to validate and optimize their software on our platforms. This work helps to further accelerate the deployment of highly optimized AI solutions. Intel and VMware recently announced a collaboration where we're delivering a jointly validated AI stack. And this solution allows customers to use their existing infrastructure and Intel software suite to rapidly build, deploy, and secure their AI models.
So 23 has been a huge year, and I'm so much looking forward to what is going to happen in 2024. And I really invite all of you to go out there, go shopping.
Hey.
Pat, you're not supposed to be on stage right now. This is my
I'm
gig.
the boss.
You're
I
the
get to-
boss. Well, then come back on. What do you got?
Well, I like to just have one other little thing to show off here, and they just brought it out of the lab for
I
me.
saw that, yeah.
The first ever Gaudi 3 in public. So here we go,
Wow.
the next generation accelerator. So Gaudi 3 out of fab, in the lab, being powered on, looking healthy, and not just Core Ultra, not just Gen 5 Xeon, but the next generation of accelerators. We are executing like crazy. This is great, Chris.
So team, you're obviously all watching. Our quota has just gone up for next year, okay? But I'm very happy for our engineers to deliver this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christoph.
Let me try and bring this home now,
Okay.
okay? Super excited about 2023. You saw that our PCs and our 5th gen, they are not just on PowerPoints, they are real, okay? So please go out there today, do the Christmas shopping, get your holiday gifts, okay? And why don't you close us out?
Hey, and AI everywhere, right? And Core Ultra, and Gen 5 Xeon, in the next generation of accelerator, working with our partners as you saw today, the ISVs, the ecosystem, the excitement that this is bringing, truly making it part of every one of our lives, truly changing humanity. Thank you so much for joining us today.